So there are these box sets of really terrible movies and really good movies, and I'm slowly working my way through them. So today I'm watching the 1972 film Horror Express. I don't know the cast, the plot, I don't know really what to guess off the title. Thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Okay, I've definitely heard of Christopher Lee and Peter. I only know that name from Fright Night. I don't think I've seen any of his actual films, and I know he wasn't in Fright Night, but there was a character based on him. Peter Vincent was supposed to be that Peter and Vincent Price's names mixed together. I'm excited that Christopher Lee is in this. I know him and like Vincent Price are two of like the horror movie like heavyweights, and I haven't seen a ton of his movies. I've seen like older, like I've seen him in Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, but not his like horror movie days. Oh god! Still has its eyeballs. I just had like creep show flashbacks of when they have that creature. Oh, the whatever escaped attacked him? Oh my. Whoa! That's terrifying. His eyes are completely white. Oh my god. Well, that's one way to get your point across. Rasputin? Who invited Rasputin?
A thief? But he was blind.
Blind? He could spot a policeman a mile away.
That's so creepy. Oh my gosh, it blinded him? And obviously killed him also. So he's saying, yeah, whatever's inside is evil?
Conjurer's trick.
Because he can't draw a cross on the cloth?
Men to put the crate on the train.
Something's going on, that's for sure.
Lift it up. Off you go.
I feel like that lock's not gonna last very long.
Follow me.
Why is it growling? Oh my god. It's like, yeah, there's just fossils inside, but...
Yes, Countess?
You have a safe full of valuables?
Yes, Countess. I shall make out a receipt.
Dogs always know something's going on.
This is ordinary chalk. How do you explain it's not writing on that crate?
Hypnosis. Yoga.
Yoga. That's so funny that they lump it with hypnosis. Oh my. Like, well, he couldn't draw the cross on my crate because he was into yoga.
There, don't cry. Everything will be all right.
Excuse me.
Nobody knocks on this train. Oh, he has to share a bunk with this guy.
To myself.
If you don't mind.
I'm sorry if I'm in your way.
Not at all.
Excuse me. I have no ticket and I have to get out of Shanghai. I'm sure I can make it worth your while.
Oh my.
Couldn't you double up with somebody else?
Miss Jones.
Steady.
I'm sure we can all get along very well together.
Oh my. It's gonna be a crowded room. Oh god, it's so furry. Break these chains. It looks really gross. Oh yeah, like having the ice and stuff melting off of it from being frozen. So it was like 2 million years old or something. I feel like they like took somebody's hand and just like, I don't know what they would have done, like glued fur to it or something. Always taking this nail with him. Because you can see pieces where it's like fallen off. He's got glowing red eyes. Dun, 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 dun. It's like, you've done it now, man. You set me loose. Terminator, is that you? Oh, God, his eyes are bleeding. Is that how he blinded the other guy? Oh, my God.
She's afraid of something.
Tell me, Pujardov,
Yes.
which do you think I should wear for the Englishman? The red or the blue?
Enough.
Red pill or the blue pill? Oh, my. Now's a chance.
I will pray for humility.
Pray hard, Pujardov, or you'll find yourself praying for a job, too.
In this economy? Oh, my. Yeah, and now that thing's like imitating the whistle that luggage guy was making.
It may be my fault. I asked the baggage man to take a look. I was curious.
It was no concern of yours. Or of yours.
Yeah, he's like, stop going through my things. Mind your own business. He threw it out the window. Bold move. Bold move. He's like, if I'm not gonna show anybody what's in there. Oh, God. You're gonna regret this. Are they gonna find the luggage guy inside? Because we know that creature's free. Oh, God, yeah, there he is.
There's an ape that lived 2 million years ago. Got onto that crate, killed the baggage man and put him in there. Then locked everything up neat and tidy and got away.
Yes, that's exactly what happened, yes. I wonder if we'll ever get to see the full thing. Like, we've seen an arm, and that was just like a quick glance at its head, but... Oh, not the children. Oh, God. And it's interesting having it on a train, too, because you're, you know, isolated. It looks like they're in the middle of some very vast landscape. Like, they haven't seen a city or anything since they left China, so... Oh, God! The glowing eyes! And I think this is the first horror movie I've seen that takes place, from what we've seen so far, mostly on a train. I know there are other train-themed horror movies, but I think this is the first one I've seen. Yeah, and that he kills them just by looking at them, like, that's terrifying.
You're mistaken.
Of course, I beg your pardon. It was somebody else.
Yeah, something suspicious about her, for sure. She just randomly shows up, just happens to be in this cabin. And then she doesn't have a ticket, and no one's, like, asked her for one yet.
It's white.
Naturally, it's boiled.
Boiled. Yes.
So it's boiling this victims alive? That's why their eyes are turning white?
Is it true you're a doctor?
Ask me when I finish my dinner.
It's urgent.
What are the symptoms?
He's dead. You saw him.
Oh, that one.
It's like, oh, right, he's dead. I can't help him.
Or whatever it is, escaped. Jumped off the train.
Miss Jones, I shall need your assistance.
Yes, well, at your age, I'm not surprised.
Oh, my.
I see you have decided to dine alone, Sir Alexander.
I've eaten in worse circumstances and in worse company.
Oh, gross. They're just like, ugh. Let me just perform a quick autopsy on this train. Oh my god. Yeah! Sawing his brain. Ah!
Fact. And there's no morality in a fact.
Oh god, just scooping out his brains.
Was your creature responsible for that?
Probably.
And you don't care?
So yeah, he knows this thing is dangerous?
You're right, madame. I don't care as much as I should.
It's like if they were men of statue, I'd care. Oh god!
Leaving a wrinkled surface. This brain has been drained. The memory has been removed.
What?
Like chalk, erased from a blackboard.
Aha! Another chalk reference. Okay. So this creature's stealing their memories and the things that they've learned. I like that they made the creature smart. That's adding more depth to it, obviously.
Thank you. It's all yours.
I won't be long.
Yeah, what is she up to? Suspicious. Very suspicious. I'm enjoying it so far. Like, I thought it was gonna be worse. Like, it seems to be like it's an interesting story, and I'm excited that there's like some big like heavyweights in this, like Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, if I'm saying that correctly. Oh, that was the Countess. She's stealing the jewels that the Countess put in the safe, or whatever's in this thing. Ah! Oh, God! All I can think of is the Terminator. These glowing red eyes. Oh, my. Yeah, we haven't heard the creature talk, and maybe it hasn't developed that skill yet. That's terrifying. Like, it's so creepy.
Miss, are you there?
Oh, no, it's got him. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Oh, God. Okay, well, bullets seem to have no effect, so... Yeah, like, it's not, you know, it's not hitting them, it's not, like, it's just, you can see their, like, the blood slowly starts, and they're just, oh, man, it's, oh, God! How do you kill it, then? Can you kill it? I don't know. Oh, he survived? Okay, first one to have an attempt and make it through, okay.
Supposing that creature, the one you killed, was capable of taking ideas.
Oh, they actually killed it? It worked?
As clever as you.
Much more so, because what it had taken from me would have been added to the learning that it already had.
Yeah, it just accumulates everybody's brains over and over.
A creature like that. How would it ever die?
That's why I was like, I didn't think they'd killed it.
But they're wasting their time. What really matters is the formula. And that, gentleman, is safe. Up here.
Unless somebody sucks out your memories through your eyes. This guy's so creepy. That can't be a good sign. Yeah, was this based on a book or anything like that? I didn't see one in the opening. Yeah, this is like the third autopsy. The last thing it saw? Oh my god.
I
This is incredible.
That's crazy. Its memory was like imprinted.
The image has been retained in the fluid. Exactly. The creature's visual memory is located not in its brain, but in the eye itself.
That's so interesting. But yeah, if they've taken out its eye, oh, God, that's so gross. Will it still be able to kill people? Because it only had like the one eye, but...
It's a brontosaurus.
All its memories, it saw the dinosaurs. It's kind of reminding me of an episode of Black Mirror where you have a microchip in your brain and you can like play back, or maybe it's your eye. And you have a microchip where you can like replay back memories, and it basically visually records your entire day.
Incredible. This is not a map.
It can only be the Earth, seen from space.
It's been to space? What?
Pujardov!
Oh, and he stole the eye! Where are you gonna go? You're on a train. Like, they're gonna find you eventually.
You get back that eye, and there's 1,000 rubles in it for you.
1,000 rubles for an eye?
Is that the going rate these days? I don't know.
Pictures of what?
Pictures of the Earth in prehistoric times. Pictures of the Earth seen from space.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, no! What? What? Oh, bye, Miss Jones. Did the creature turn more human, or is he turning into the creature? Oh my god, no! Yeah, because he was attacked, but he survived. And it was right when the... Okay, so maybe if the creature did die, it somehow transferred its memories and skills to this police officer. Oh. Yeah, I'd stay hidden too, bud.
Have pity. Have pity.
He's like, I don't need that anymore. I got two of my own. Thank you very much.
Fool, there's nothing in your head of any use.
What? Like, I don't need to kill you because there's nothing I could gain from your brain. He's like, I only kill smart people or skills that they have, like thieves and spies.
If necessary, I'll shoot anyone who tries to stop the train.
Yeah, no, he's like, nobody's stopping in case there's anybody on here whose brain I want to boil.
Saxton. And that pretty Countess. Well, Saxton, Countess. Well, Saxton, Countess. Well.
This is his Game of Thrones kill list. So if I kill all the people who've seen this, then there's no one to, you know, have this story except for me.
Creature dead or not? If it is, who killed Miss Jones?
Great question. Great question, man.
No, Inspector, I haven't, but I've asked the conductor to wire ahead to stop the train at the next station.
He's like, I may have drawn more attention to myself than I had originally planned.
What's the idea?
Oh, he's like, Ned, I can learn how to drive the train and we'll never stop. Da 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 da.
It's like another language.
I know about telegraphs, little papa. I know about trains. I know about electrical currents.
He's like, how dare you question my intelligence?
He knows that a murderer has two arms, but still, the devil must be afraid of one honest cause.
Why does he keep booping him on his nose while he's telling him this story? Yeah, don't take the man's glasses. This guy sucks.
If you mean, can man get beyond the gravitational field of the Earth into space? Not yet, but any day now.
Someday?
There is a mathematics professor.
You only got like 50 more years to go.
Ideas about rockets. Machines that can fly free of the Earth's gravity.
You know him?
He wants to go back to space. We know he saw Earth from outer space before, so...
He was like a father to me. But why would a man like you be interested?
Oh, because now I'll know everything you know. You're too smart. You must be killed. Yeah, and it's interesting how just his one hand is changed. I'm curious if the rest of his body will at some point, or... because that's his only giveaway that he's the killer.
What do you think is behind all this, Excellency?
Just answer with really dumb, you know, responses and he won't think you're smart.
Of an Earth creature. The fossil that I found and brought with me.
And this thing from another planet survived the fossil? Then came to life again?
Exactly.
Oh, okay, so some kind of alien creature?
And when that animal died, the alien intelligence transferred somehow to another host.
Yes, this is it. This is it.
Thought this might come in handy.
Oh, good idea.
The two of you together, that's fine. But what if one of you is the monster?
Monster? They're British, you know.
He said some good one lines so far.
And that's when I found him beside me.
When we did the test, the lights were on.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It definitely turned out to be more of like a hidden gem than I was. I thought it was going to be pretty terrible, but I'm really enjoying it so far.
Petrovska.
Oh, Your Excellencies, I'm sorry. Of course, the Count and Countess are exempt from our orders. Please, escort them to their car.
Yeah, why are they taking over this train?
Peasants. Peasants!
Only peasants swallow their actual drinks and not gurgle them.
Are you a countess?
I'm an American, and I'm not accustomed to being bullied by foreigners. That man, he's the one who wouldn't let us get off the train. He's responsible.
Oh, they were supposed to stop and they didn't? Oh, yeah.
Beware the wrath of Satan.
Like, well, that plan backfired.
Cool, huh? On your knees, monk.
Oh, my. Oh, God. This guy's the worst. Yeah, when you look in the dark, you can see his eyes. Oh, shoot. Is he gonna transfer to somebody else, though? It's like, transfer to me. Yeah. Oh, God.
Lots of innocent monks. All right, let's move these peasants out of here. Quickly!
Oh, my God. Yeah, now he's going to the monk. Yeah, and that makes it more terrifying because then it becomes impossible to kill eventually, and it'll just keep transferring and transferring almost like a parasite. Oh, but the body count's gotta be at like 10 by now. Like, people are dropping every, 20 minutes, if that. The soundtrack, oh my gosh. Yeah, and this idea that like the killer completely blends in during the day and nobody knows who he is. Yeah, you're next. I'm just on a rampage now. No one's gonna make it off this train alive.
I was left behind. An accident. I survived in protozoans, fish, vertebrates. The history of your planet is part of me.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like a living timeline for how the Earth developed.
I will teach you to end disease, pain, hunger.
Yeah, it's like you could be the greatest reference in the world, or you're also a very terrifying killer. So like raising this army of the dead? What? Yeah, now they're all like zombies. Oh, bonked him. That's so creepy, just through the window of his eyes glowing.
Stand back, please. Make room.
I think the last movie I watched that was mostly on a train was Snowpiercer, which if you haven't seen, check out, is really cool. And I think they made it into a show as well. I haven't seen the show, but I really enjoyed the movie. Oh, they're just gonna disconnect the cars. Nice. One-man train going nowhere.
That's what it says. Maybe there's a war. Maybe it's war.
Well, it's definitely something I wouldn't want to continue, but I think red-eyed alien creature was on their, you know, list of codes to send. Oh, off the cliff! Oh my god! Why would they even have that track? It's just track of doom. That's where we send the trains we don't like. Too late for you. Oh, separate, man. Now's the time. Oh, bye. That's one way to do it. Cheese and rice. I love how those guys were like, well, maybe there's a war. We better kill everybody on this train. Why do we even have that lever? Just the very last car. Oh my gosh. I'm guessing they use like miniatures or something for the train, but yeah, comment below. I love all that like behind the scenes stuff. Are his alien friends gonna be pissed now? Oh my, he said he was the only one left, so they're gonna send more? I don't know. So that was my first time watching the 1972 film Horror Express, and I was pleasantly surprised. I had very low expectations. I didn't recognize the title of the film, anything like that. I didn't have very high expectations when I started. I thought it was gonna be pretty terrible. And then once I saw the cast, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, I'm probably pronouncing his last name wrong, I apologize. But I was very excited. I definitely recognized both of their names. I've seen Christopher Lee in other movies, but I think this is one of the first horror movies I've seen him in. I know he's a horror movie icon, so I was very excited to see more of his work. And Peter, I mostly know from Fright Night. The character named Peter Vincent, I know is named after him, but I think this is the first horror movie I've seen him in. I definitely recognized him, but I couldn't place him, so yeah, comment below what would I know him from, or what other horror movies of his should I watch. So once I saw those two, you know, big recognizable names right off the start, I was like, okay, maybe this, you know, is a hidden gem. Obviously, I'm still relatively new to the horror genre, so I was like, maybe this is a cult classic and I'm just discovering it for the first time, but I really enjoyed it. I would definitely watch this again. It was interesting to have, you know, this entire movie basically take place on the train, other than the opening sequence when they're in China. Everything else was on the train, and, you know, again, focusing on a limited cast. There was obviously many other people on the train, but our story focused on the main cast, and, you know, one location, a limited timeline. Basically, once they leave the train station, and I think it's a day, maybe 2 days basically, for their entire journey. So just a great example of focusing on story, and you don't have to have 100 different locations, and you don't have to have all these, you know, different elaborate things. As long as you've got a really interesting story, I think that's what's the most important thing, and sometimes that gets forgotten. So yeah, it was definitely a cool example of that, and I've seen that in other horror movies as well. You know, Night of the Living Dead is a great example example of that. I really enjoyed both performances of Alexander Saxton and Dr. Wells. I don't know if they've often been on screen together. I don't know if this is the first time they've been on screen together. I know each in their own right has, you know, a long filmography. So yeah, I'm very curious to find out if this is the first time they've worked together. They seem to be really comfortable with each other. So, but again, they seem to also be very professional and very, you know, well crafted. So that could be it as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed both of them. And I feel like without them, maybe this movie wouldn't have been as strong. Like, the story was interesting, but I feel like we needed to have those great performances to really pull it through, especially because it was a limited cast in one location, and especially having those two leads, I feel like really could have made or break this film. And I feel like recognizing those names would have been a big draw at the time. So yeah, it was very interesting to see them work together. Like I said, I feel like this is the first horror movie I've seen that takes place entirely on a train. I know there are others out there. It's been recommended that I watched Terror Train at one point. I'm assuming that'll be on a train, and I feel like there's a few others. But yeah, it was really interesting just kind of to see the dynamics of how like the camera would work and, you know, very close quarters and all of those elements. But I wasn't bored. I wasn't like, okay, where are we going with this? It was such an interesting story, and I don't know if it was based on a book or anything like that, so comment below and let me know. Yeah, just the concept of this alien parasite creature almost, that's the only way I can really think to describe it, how it's been, you know, laying dormant on Earth for 2.5 million years, and now it suddenly comes back to life. And I like that they made the creature smart. We never got a name for the creature, but that didn't bother me. And the fact that it was just accumulating knowledge and so much memories, and, you know, every person it kills, it's, you know, gaining all their skills, and just such a really cool concept. You see it kill the thief, you know, in the very first scene, and then it becomes, you know, it sneaks its way into the train and it kills the spy. Okay, well, now it's got those skills. And then that twist, how it tries to kill the police officer, or maybe it knew it was dying and was like, okay, I'm going to transfer myself onto this person because the parasite needs a host, like this, you know, organism needs somewhere to live, and the body it's currently in is dying. And then how only his hand changed, and then when it transfers to the monk, nothing physically seems to change. And again, you're in this isolated place, you can't really get off the train, you know, it seemed like they were in the middle of Siberia, so you're not going to just get out and walk. Like, it's obviously a very isolated and, you know, unforgiving landscape. So what are you gonna do to try and get away from this killer? And the fact that now he blends in perfectly. When he was walking around in this, you know, 2 million-year-old ape man, it was pretty easy to see who he was, and it was pretty easy to tell. But the fact that now it's, you know, internal, and the only giveaway is that his eyes flicker red, you know, when the lights go down. So they're trying to keep the lights on as much as possible because he can't kill when the lights are on. I'm so glad they didn't make the creature just like this, you know, mindless zombie wandering around and killing people. It was just such an interesting idea to have this thing, you know, slowly getting smarter and smarter and smarter, and just like it feels never ending. Like, I didn't know how it was going to end. I was like, how are they going to take this thing out? Like, it can just switch bodies, and it, you know, they'll eventually take over everybody on this train, and then if it stops in the town, it'll just keep spreading and spreading. So I don't know if there are remakes or sequels or anything like that. Comment below and let me know. I know this came out a while ago, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. Very interesting story. I'm assuming they used miniatures for the train, like the wide shots and that train explosion scene we had at the end. I was glad everybody was able to make it to the back of the car and survived. And those two guys at the train station were just like, oh, they want us to kill everybody on board. Like, they didn't seem really conflicted about it. They thought there was some secret war going on that they didn't know about, but obviously it worked out, as I'm assuming that they were able to kill the monk and he finally died. But if the parasite was able to live, you know, the entire time in that frozen land, so maybe it's able to survive this as well. Like I said, yeah, I don't know if there are sequels or anything, or if it'll come back to life. I definitely feel like the monk was trying to be Rasputin, and that's definitely the vibe I was getting, you know, his appearance, and it's just kind of the way he was acting as well. So, and given the time, yeah, so very interesting. Definitely themes of religion throughout this movie. We had, you know, creation versus evolution, and just those theories as this ape, you know, is being brought back, and Saxton is convinced, you know, this guy could hold the secrets to, you know, our entire history of life, basically. And it was so interesting how he could have been used for good, possibly. Like, you have basically an entire timeline in your brain, or in your eye, I should say, of how the earth was created, and, you know, the dinosaurs and everything, and all these things that have happened that we don't have photos of and we don't have, you know, records of, basically. But he has these memories like ingrained in his eye fluid, which was gross but very interesting at the same time. And it was just like such a big scientific discovery. Even when Alexander finds out that this thing's dangerous, I feel like he thinks the discovery outweighs the bad. He's like, oh, they killed the thief. Like, he doesn't seem heartbroken about that. He's willing to risk, you know, those people's lives in order to have this discovery brought to life, and in order to have this huge scientific breakthrough, you know, finally seen in the world. I don't know what the budget for this was, but they definitely did some tricks that I've seen in lower budget movies where we basically see like the arm of a creature, or, you know, just the face. I don't think we ever saw like a full head to toe, like full reveal of the creature. It was always like in shadows, and especially since it kills in the dark, they got away with that as well, which doesn't bother me if you have a lower budget. And that's, you know, if you can put as much money as possible into creating one cool looking arm instead of, you know, kind of a jumbled full suit, then do that. You know, put all the money into making things look as good as possible. Even that furry arm didn't look amazing, but it didn't take me out of the experience. I thought it looked okay. There was definitely pieces where you could see like the fur was starting to fall off when he's picking the lock, and you could see it definitely like a human finger underneath. But again, you could play that into, you know, he was once a human, or he's trying to become a human or something like that. So yeah, it didn't take me out of the experience. When we had the red eyes, you could definitely tell that they were further away from the face than they would have been. If you really wanted to pick at it, you could tell that there had been like a red light behind this mask or whatever, and that's what they were using. So I feel like if it had been done today, it probably would have been a little bit more, you know, seamless and a little bit more flush with the face. But it didn't bother me. It didn't ruin the experience for me. And that's, again, only if you really want to nitpick at it and, you know, poke holes in it. I feel like if I would have seen this when it came out, it would have been terrifying. But again, I'm a huge wuss when it comes to horror movies, and the fact that their eyes just went so white and they're just the blood running down their face, and they just had those like blood-stained cheeks throughout the entire movie, and just the contrast of like the super white eyes and the blood, and the fact they were able to brought back to life at the end. That was an unexpected twist. He had like this army now. He like used his mind to bring them back. So creepy, just terrifying. And the fact that they were, you know, boiling their brains alive basically, and taking their memories, and that, you know, all of these things that make a human, like all the skills you learn and all the memories you have, and, you know, all those things that make your unique human experience unique to you were now gone, and somebody was taking them. And that's kind of how he was targeting his victims as well. Even when he insults the monk, like, no, you have nothing that I need, like, I don't need anything you have, basically calling him an idiot and saying like, you know what, I'm smart enough now, I won't gain anything from killing you and taking your brains. I don't even know what the body count ended up being at the end. I'll have to look it up, but I feel like it was high. Like, they started off, you know, killing with the baggage guy right away, and then it just progressed from there. And yeah, it felt like there was a lot happening at a very small train. It looked like there was maybe only like 10 or 12 cars, but yeah, things were progressing very quickly. And like I said, it reminded me of Creepshow, where they have that creature in the crate that breaks out, and also Snowpiercer. If you haven't checked that out, I would definitely recommend it. Overall, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I had very low expectations going in, and I was very pleasantly surprised. Such an interesting story, and a story that I think could have just been very one note, but they made it so dynamic and so interesting. And you're like, oh yeah, this creature comes to life on a train. You're like, okay, that does, like, yeah, it'll be scary, but, you know, they just made it so much in depth, and they just, you know, the great cast really helped, and telling the story and how this creature is seen, like the timeline of the earth, and like all those elements involved, which just really made it, I think, a unique story. And if it is based on a book, is it true to the book? I haven't read it or anything like that, so yeah, comment below and let me know. I'm so glad I finally got to see more of Christopher Lee's work, and Peter's as well. I will definitely keep them on the radar as I go through more horror movies. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Rasputin? Who invited Rasputin? Because he can't draw a cross on the cloth? So it was like 2 million years old. Now that thing's like imitating the whistle that luggage guy was making. Kills them just by looking at them, sawing his brain. I like that they made the creature smart, unless somebody sucks out your memories through your eyes. All its memories, it saw the dinosaurs. He wants to go back to space.